There are games about exploring the universe on spaceships, or fighting on them, or even building them. But what about dismantling and salvaging spaceships for a job while listening to American folk music? Doesn't sound appealing? Well, think again, because it happens to be lots of fun. Hardspace Shipbreaker is a game from Blackbird Interactive, where you take the role of a grunt worker on a distant space station working for an all-powerful corporation. Your day job is dismantling spaceships and send the different parts to the appropriate place in order to turn that scrap into money. The story for the campaign starts the moment one of your clones is woken up, only to find you already owe a huge amount of money to the Lynx Corporation. It's time to get to work in order to try to balance your finances. As you do so, you will learn about other workers and their opinions on your common struggles. You're also slowly introduced into both your different tools as well as the different systems on the spaceships. Initially, everything is very straightforward, but as you start working on more complex ships, some systems require some extra procedures before you dismantle them. And brute force applied at the wrong time or place will only bring you lots of trouble. Here's one thing the devs have done. Some people enjoy this game as a speedrun, where time is limited and you have to sacrifice areas of the ship in order to optimize your benefits per day. Other people prefer to play this game in a more relaxed manner, just carefully dismantling every single piece until you complete the whole ship. So in order to play the campaign or career mode, the game offers you the option to choose how to play it. In standard mode, the player's time will be divided into 15-minute shifts. Ships will persist between shifts, along with the higher daily fees that these will incur. Also, your oxygen drain is always on, meaning you have to recharge it every few minutes. You do have unlimited lives or spares, which is how your clones are called, but you do have to pay for them. Then there's the open shift mode, where the timer is disabled and you can choose between oxygen drain enabled or disabled. This mode was added by the devs so that players that don't enjoy time just to make sure what the whole thing was about. But after that, I realized I prefer to play deciding how long my shifts are, so I kept on playing on open shift. So what's the gameplay loop for the game? You wake up every morning and check your finances and any potential emails or relevant messages in your computer. You also add any upgrades you need if you have the tokens and repair your equipment if needed. This is all very quick. Then you pick the spaceship you are going to work on for the day and off you go. You work on it either 15 minutes on standard mode or however long you want on open shift mode. You break and throw stuff into 3 designated areas as requested, while going back and forth to refill your oxygen and fuel when needed. Finally, when you're done, you go back to your habitation module and receive a summary on how successful your salvage was. Sometimes you get some extra messages or calls from other characters to add to the story, and other times you just go to bed. Then rinse and repeat. There are a couple of clever variations during the whole campaign to account for the story, but in essence, this is how it goes. In my opinion, the game looks very good. Not ultra realistic or anything like that, but it works really well. As far as the engine goes, it clearly benefits from the fact that you are always either inside the habitation module or the salvage bay. It has a very defined aesthetic on the technology, especially on the spaceship side, where you can tell Blackbird Interactive have created some homeworld games. And a fun fact here, their game Homeworld Deserts of Karak once had the working title Hardspace Shipbreakers. The sound design is more than adequate and the voice acting is pretty good, although still quite a bit annoying that you can't skip any conversation. Now, the music was really good. They decided to mix American folk with modern sci-fi soundtrack sounds, and the result not only works, it totally reminds me of Firefly, which is one of the best shows ever. Hardspace Shipbreaker is a very entertaining game. Not a very long or deep one, but one that you will probably enjoy if you are even mildly interested in the topic. The difficulty is on the lower side, and the game does a very good job at easing you into all the different systems. The controls are well thought out, and its zero-G simplified Newtonian physics model becomes second nature in no time. I've heard about people getting motion sickness playing this game? Certainly not my case. For cloud gaming, you can play it now in Geforce Now, if you own the Steam version. It was on Game Pass for a while, but they dropped it, which in my opinion was a big mistake, as this is a very replayable game. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 as my overall score, as it's a very good game without being an all-time best. As for the couch score, I have to give it a 10 out of 10 as it hits every possible mark. Input lag isn't a big deal at all. The gamepad works perfectly. In fact, it works better than the mouse. And you can play it in one go, or very easily alternate it or keep it active on your game library for quite a while, as the replayability is quite high. This game just shines while playing from the couch. And that's all for this review. I hope you liked it. Remember to like and subscribe for more reviews and information on cloud gaming in a relaxed setting.